Hey guys, today we're going to work on telling time to the nearest 5 minutes. So let's think back to all that we've learned about clocks so far. We know that each number on the clock stands for something. What do they stand for? Good job. Each number on the clock stands for 5 minutes. So we can count around the clock by fives. Let's start at 12 at 0. 5, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So how many minutes are in an hour? Yeah, that's right, 60 minutes. Well, we can think of the clock and time in a fractional way, and we can say half past the hour would be how many minutes past the hour? It would be 30 minutes past the hour. Good job, because half of 60 minutes would be 30 minutes. All right, so if you look at our screen here, when we get to 6 on our clock, that would be 30 minutes. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, 30 minutes. So if we're telling time, we could say 30 minutes is half an hour. Looking at the time shown on our clock here, it's showing half. See, it's on the 6. So this half of the hour is gone. Half past 1 o'clock. That would be the same as 1:30. If we're on this side of the clock, we are headed towards the next hour. See how the hour hand is not on the 1, it's halfway between the 1 and the 2? That's because when we get to 30 minutes after, it's halfway to the next hour. We can also think about separating an hour into fourths. So when we're talking about time, if an hour is 60 minutes, half of an hour is 30 minutes, 1/4 of an hour would be 15 minutes. We call a fourth 1/4. So a quarter is 15 minutes when we're talking about time. So let's look at a clock online that we can manipulate the hands and see some of the things that we're talking about. Now, what time is this clock showing? The hour hand is the short hand. The minute hand is the long hand. The minute hand is on 12. The hour hand is on 4. So that means it is 4 o'clock. Watch this dotted line on the hour hand as we move the minute hand. If we change time and make it 4:05, look at this dotted line. Is it still on the 4? No, this hour hand moves a little bit with each minute because it takes 60 minutes for an hour. It takes 60 minutes for the hour hand to go all the way around. So let's watch what happens to the hour hand. Keep an eye on this dotted line right here as we move the minute hand around. So this is 5 minutes after 4. Here the time is now 4:15. This is how we write time. 4, these two dots are called a colon, 4:15, because it is 15 minutes after 4 o'clock. Here's our 3. We know that each number stands for 5 minutes. So 5, 10, 15. 15 minutes past 4 o'clock. See, now the hour hand is now past that 4 o'clock, that 4. As we mentioned earlier, this would be 1/4 of an hour or a quarter of an hour. So it could be a quarter past 4. What happens to that hour hand when the minute hand is on the 6, showing 4:30 or half past? Look where this dotted line is. It's about halfway between the 4 and the 5. Remember, that hour hand is going to be moving a little bit each minute to show the next hour. All right, so let's look at a different time. Let's look at, let's see. Here we go. We are showing 6:35. Look where the hour hand is. It's not on the 6. It's past the 6 because it is starting to move that minute hand closer and closer to the next hour. When the next hour is here, this minute hand will be on what number? The 12. Good job. So we have the hour hand is about halfway between the 6 and the 7 because 6:35 is about halfway to the next hour. What's going to be the next hour? 7 o'clock. Good job. Watch as we move the hand, the minute hand. What does that hour hand do? It moves closer and closer to the next hour of 7 o'clock. Well, here we have a quarter. Remember, a quarter is 15 minutes. A quarter till what? 7 o'clock. See how this hour hand has not reached the 7? It's a quarter till 7. All right. Let's look at another time. Let's see. What do we have here? Look where the hour hand is. It has just passed the what number? The 1. Has it gotten to the 2 yet? No. So it is still in the 1 o'clock hour. Where is your minute hand? It's on the 2. Well, think back. What do the numbers stand for? 5 minutes, right? So 10 minutes past what hour? The 1 o'clock hour. We would say this 1:10. You would write the number 1:10. All right. Well, what if I ask you to show me a quarter after 3? What would that look like? Remember, think about your clock split into fourths. A quarter is 1/4 of an hour, which would be 15 minutes. Okay? So if we wanted to show a quarter after 3, where is our hour hand going to be? Let's get to 3 o'clock. Here's 3 o'clock. Our hour hand is on the 3. Our minute hand is on the 12. 0. Here we go. It is 3 o'clock. Remember, a quarter is how many minutes? 15 minutes. Okay. The hour hand is no longer on the 3. Remember, that hour hand is going to be moving closer and closer to the next hour as those minutes move. So here we have 3:15, or a quarter after 3. Now, let it get away from me. Let me see if I can back this up just a little bit. Now, here we have a different time. Where's our hour hand? Right here. Remember, the short one is the hour hand. Is it on a number? No. It's between 2 numbers. It is past the 2, but it has not reached the 3, so we know we're still in that 2 o'clock hour. Now we have to count how many minutes past 2, it is. Remember, each number on the clock stands for 5 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it is 2:20. If you're writing it in numeral form, it would be 2, semicolon, 20. All right, guys, keep up the good work and keep practicing telling time. Find an analog clock in your house. It may be a watch. You might have to get an app on your mom's cell phone. Practice telling time. All right, guys.